What up, my GOGers? What up, my RAU familia? Told you I'd be a little bit more active coming up. Guess what I've been waiting for, right? We got the new event. It's beautiful. There's a few changes with the update also, so we'll go into some of that right now. But main thing is you got the Pursuit of Love event, right? So um, just the basics, right? So you got the recruitment, the war documents, the level 6 gears, 12-hour march capacity, 12-hour attack boost, lava crystals, airship parts, the Black Sea frozen flames. But what everyone really is going to be going for this one is going to be the shadow scrolls and probably the last two events, which will be the wildfire and Sky Iron airship parts. So as you can see, I've already started on the Shadow Scrolls. I've been going pretty hard. I've been saving up for these specific events, and so far I was able to upgrade the one gear. I believe I showed you guys in yesterday's video. Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. I upgraded this one gear up, and that got me all the way there. And well, it does take quite a bit, right? So 732,000 airship parts, and then 90 of I don't remember what the hell they're called, but you know what I mean. So that's a beautiful thing that it's back out there. So this is what I've been telling everyone. This is where you can, get your stats, do what you have to do here. Um, Unfortunately, getting some of the things like the market stall and the money exchange, they're kind of a lot harder than they were before since they changed the market stall. It's definitely different. So I subscribe, so I'm able to do these top ones over here when necessary. But you end up having to spend a lot more gold. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. I just sneeze. Um, And this does make it a pain because you end up spending a lot of gold in order to try to get it, which works okay for me because we do have the gold event over here, and I ended up spending, about 5,500, K in gold. I don't really want to spend that much gold for them because I think it's a waste. Because really, in order to get them, I have to spend 450K. Don't get me wrong, I have it, but that's a hell of a waste. So there's not a chance in hell I'm gonna do that. Um, the other thing that's uh, changed is if you go into the mines, um, I'm in level 13 mines is where I typically kind of stay at. I can go deeper, but it's not 100%. I'm probably about 85%. I stay right here and I'm good. Um, but the one thing you will see, let's go after somebody that uh, I can do something with. So let's go. I am who, right? So this guy right here. Um, the main thing you'll see is you can now add guards. Um, I love it that you can add guards because I have pretty high level guards. But for everyone else, this kind of sort of sucks for you. Like I am not gonna lie, this sucks a lot because this is separating more of the spenders from the non-spenders. Those that were able to get, their 5 and 6 star guards, um, you're going to be completely outmatched now because before it was just pure troop count, right? You put on a boost, you go back in there, clear all the levels, and if your stats were somewhat decent, you're good, right? You can compete, you can do something, maybe defend against some weaker C40s and everything else, but not anymore. I'm like, now you have the guards there with you. It completely just it changes everything for when you're down here. There's not many that can actually do something against you. So it is what it is. I'm like, it's another. It's I don't even know how to sugarcoat it. All they're doing is clearly putting a huge barrier between uh, free to play and minimal spenders to, you know, medium to high spenders. I'm like, there's a clear separation, um, and it's only going to get worse. And I feel bad for a lot of the people because it is getting to that point. Um, but there's nothing anyone can really do here at that point. So it is what it is. Yeah, I know I couldn't beat him. I probably can beat him, but I think the part where I'm losing to this guy is in war strategies. He has 50 books. I have 23. He has me doubled up. I do have a lot of war strategies ready to go. As you all know, that's one of the point events, and I think I can make like 5 or 6 strategies right off the bat. So I will be doing that soon. Because look at the stat differential. Like I beat him right out in infantry and troop. Granted, that's where I focus, but I also beat him in distant attack and distance defense. So it's uh it's pretty insane how the hell he beats me. There's probably some type of march that I can beat him with. A lot of it's going to be dependent on what you guys see, right? So you guys can go down and look at it. You'll see all the troop formation I have, and you could see his troop formation to see what he has, and you would build against it. Um, So here you see pretty much all of his infantry, T12 infantry are dead. Um, his duelists for the most part, T11 duelists for the most part live. 36,000 of them live, so he probably has his war book set there. Uh, all the rest of his infantry die, but his cavalry lives. Same thing with his distance. His distance pretty much live. Uh, Normally I would probably just go like a heavy cav, but I'm not gonna do all that. This is just me messing around with formations and screw all that. Um, Here we are for this is something I kind of wanted to go over with. As you guys see, I'm General 3 again. Um, Getting to I missed a couple days because of work, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Field Marshal 1. I know I have the stats. I'm beating Field Marshal 1 guys all over the place. But just like in the Spirit Mine now, though, this has now updated where you can actually your uh, use your guards as well. So here's kind of where I guess I'll just show you guys kind of what I do here. Um, First thing I like to do is I just go base with everyone, equalize everything, and then I'm going to use just the basic two uh, guards that I like to use. I like to use Gaston for his increased to the attack of cavalry and distance, and then his counterpart for defense and health of infantry, right? So you put Annie in there, and this is what I'll attack with. If I win, good. I move on to the next one, um, and I did, right? So no guards are in this march, and there you go. I don't even know how a guy with these kind of stats move up there. It is what it is. Most of it's probably going to be formation, right? Um, do it again. Keep going until I'm done, or until I'm halted, right? So here we go, Mirror Racer. Now this guy I beat stats wise, right? So he's beating me primarily probably because of his formation. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to the battle details. This is kind of where it helps you out to try to determine what you wanna go up against and how you can fluctuate your march or do anything else like that. I'll get back to this one in a second because I kind of want to go through the same thing, go all the way through the line with one type of formation, and then I'll do it a second time with a different type of formation, go through everyone, and I think you get up to 6 passes, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, here we can see with my current formation, he still has 31,632 infantry that survive. So typically what you're gonna do here is you're gonna put in a little bit more cavalry in there because calves will kill infantry, right? So that's kind of where you want to focus in a little bit more on. So we'll come back to it. So let's go to Stephanus here. This is my method. You don't have to try this method. It's just I like to be consistent, I guess methodical in the way I do things. So Steve-O here I lost to. See, this is again one of the weird things. Uh, I lost a lot less than he does, but he has more surviving, right? So this is probably a quick little fix and I will beat him. Now let's do Rooster. Alright, so that was a clear win there. The other thing is if you want to go back and look at it, I guess some people just don't realize it. You go to your loot log here, and then you can see back the one that you lost. So let's say I want to go to Steve-O. I'm going to check out Steve-O. And this is the one that, you know, I lost less troops than he did. And we're going to go back here and see your details. So here's the thing. The easiest thing you can see right now is 51,000 of my infantry survived. So that means I don't need that much infantry in my formation, right? I can do away with some of these and move them around over here to kill a little bit more. So we're going to see how much he has over here. So you see he has a lot more infantry left. So you know what? Let's go back in there and let's fight Steve-O. So we're going to go here. And the other thing also is if you want to keep your infantry just the same amount, just don't put in someone like Ann who's going to be adding to the defense and everything else because you're going to have the extra infantry to be there on your front line, right? They're the first things that are going to get hit. So I can put in something like, I'll put in Gaston again. And instead of putting in Ann, I'm going to come down and I will put in, there he is right there. I put Chivell, right? He's going to give me 80% to my distance. Now, the other thing you can do, and this is what I like to do when I like to do more of an attack style. I know my distance is a pretty decent stat. It's 3,500 on its own. And put 1,000 here. I'll just leave that to its normal equalize and put the little leftover over here into my distance and then march off with that. There you go. That's a win. Right, that's a pretty dominant win here at that point, right? I'm beating him by almost 30,000 here. We'll go back up and we'll do Racer the same way. So we have this set up already. We're going to go with Gaston. We're going to go with Chivell. There you go. So a lot of it is just going to be you reading and going into your actual battle details and just seeing how things go. So you saw from the last report, I think I think I had like almost 60,000 survived. Well, I reduced like 14, what is it, 1,400 or 14,000 of them, 14,000 of them, and I put that into my distance. Went more into a um, an attack formation because of the guards that I used. I used more attack guards versus um, defensive guards. So now we're going to do it again. Now we're going to Pink Meow and all this group over here. Now here's where it's going to start getting a little bit more difficult because you're going to see all these General 3s, but then there's Big Tex right here who's a Field Marshal 1. So we'll see. Plus you're going to see defending troops 344, 343, 31. So you're going to start seeing people with higher march capacities because of the new research and everything else. So, all right, let's try this out. So we'll go there. We'll do Gaston again. Boutreville, like I said, I like to keep uniformity. I'm going to stay with one march until, I'm done going through everyone. All right, so Pink Meow got defeated pretty handily. And we'll just continue on. I don't really think there's a chance of me getting Field Marshal. I guess there's a slight chance. I guess if I win out. Well, let's see. Maybe I'll get it done. Maybe I'll get it done. Alright, Gaston. And again, this is making it very, very lopsided for a lot of people. Because if you're free to play, you're not going to make it up there. Like, we have Cynic. I think he has like 1,400 troop stats, and the rest of his stats are around 3,500s, 3,400, something like that. And he's got a Field Marshal, and that's because, he's he'll play around with his troop formation and make sure that he wins, even for people that beat him, 200 or 300, stats out to hell, sometimes even more. So let's continue on with the process. So there we go. I lost with my attack formation, and this is a pretty decent loss here. I could still win this out, right? My troop stats are pretty decent. My infantry stats are higher. Um, we'll try it out with a different formation, right? So let's continue on. Remember, we only needed 3 wins. We got the 3 wins. Let's try big techs. Remember, they could have done theirs early on in the day, like right at change. Kind of what I expected. Eh, we'll see here right now. So we'll go over here. I'm gonna hit equalize again, and then we're gonna go with the first base formation. See how that does with my 2 base guards here. So that didn't go over so well. Go down and see it. Okay, so here we'll see. I have enough infantry. Right, he's not getting through all my infantry. I'm not getting through all of his infantry. Let's try something else. First, let's try big text like this. This was actually a lot closer, right? So there's a there's some little tweaking we could probably do here. All right, so now let's go in here. Let's keep the same formation. We're not going to change that up. Let's go with these two, but the formation stay the same, right? So that gives us just a little bit more of an attack. So this was really, really close. This is kind of one of those that could be RNG type thing where I could go into it again and win. I wouldn't suggest it because you get so many tries before the troops are reset, and that becomes a pain. So let's do this again. And remember, the only thing we're doing here is everything stays equalized, and then we're just leaving these two. It's so close, right? So close. So we're gonna go back into this. I think our guards. I think we're pretty set with our guards of who needs to do what. I think at this point, I just like put in 100,000, and let's try just putting it in distance. So we're a little bit more infantry heavy. That did not work out whatsoever. So you see, it's completely just did not work. It completely failed. And a lot of it is, like I said earlier, 50,000 infantry still lived. Um, I should do away with the infantry. So we're going to do that. As a matter of fact, we're going to make less infantry. This is going to be one of those cases where I don't need as much infantry. Right, so I'm going to put 90,000 right here. And they have a lot of infantry that stays over. So I am going to put the rest of it right here in the calves. So We're gonna go with Gaston, and we're gonna go with Cheryl again. And that did not work. Hmm. I still had 21,000 infantry live, right? So infantry really isn't the thing. Um, but I killed less. Let's try big text that way. So I beat big text, right? And this is the one that was um field marshal. All right, so now we got to beat Don style. Right, that's the one that we got to go after right now. So let us try something else. Now here, this formation is going to be very heavy, 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 heavy distance, right? My stats are heavy distance. So let's do it with the extra cavalry, and let's put it all more into distance. And as we saw from the last one, even with 90,000, I still had 20,000 that survived, right? So my stats for my infantry, not for my infantry, for my distance are pretty big, and that's the win. All right, so there's Don style right there. That's a little bit extra that you needed, right? So full attack, and you're good. And we'll continue on. So now we're going into a lot more field marshals. We see him here. So you see two field marshal candidates here now. So let's see what we can do. Same thing, right? Go with my favorite two pair right here. See what we can do. Nope. And statistically better. Uh, Not that much better, surprisingly. Infantry health is. The rest of the stats are, but this is beatable. This is beatable depending on the formation. The one drawback I am really going to have, though, is the war strategies. That's kind of where I'm going to start pushing more. I'm going to stop pushing towards stats here soon and move towards war strategies. But I do have like 5 or 6, maybe even 7 saved up for this event because they always have one for the strategy. So let's move on down. See what someone else we can beat with a strong attack. So we beat Boo, who's the general. 3. All right, we beat Minka, Alina, who was a field marshal, which is good. Good, good, good. Doing good. Um, Gaston and Trivial again. Remember, this is heavy uh, distance attack. There you go. So I could move over, but I'm not going to, right? I want to try Thunderbird a few more times. It is a field marshal, so it has pretty good stats and everything else, so I might not be able to do it, but we're going to try anyways. And this is where we're going to go back to the normal, right? We're going to equalize. We're going to put in Anna, we're going to put in Gaston. This is my general one I always go through first, and then I'll continue on with whatever one that I find that works. It kind of gives me a feel of where we're at. So here there's a huge separation. Um, Going to battle details, and I have 34,000 infantry that still live, right? Um, so that, again, it's an indicator I don't need that much infantry. Now his infantry doesn't have as many that live, but he's using a heavy distance, right? So, all right, at this point, um, we're gonna stay with that equalized formation, and then we're gonna use attack ones because they're not gonna get the and buff, but I still had plenty of them that lived. But this is gonna give them a little bit more attack power, at least from the distance ability. Oh, still not doing it. All right, let's try something else. Did I even hit Gaston last time? Kind of think I've hit N again. Whatever, I'm gonna try it one more time. No, I was right. Okay. And you see they're always gonna change, so there's RNG to all of this. So let's go with go with the 100,000 there. Let's try some more cavalry because they did have some distance that worked out there. Let's try N again. Everything is checking out the battle details, so I still got 25,000 that survived here, and he got 23 there. All right, so let's try this. 90,000 there. Try Trebel again. I wish I haven't found the guard yet that adds to cavalry attack besides Gaston, which is weird. So this was he crushed me on this one, and I still have infantry left over. Every once in a while, you have that weird guy where cavalry is just better. Go there. Try and you can also try Maopin. She'll deal a lot more damage. Um, Not significantly more damage, but you can try her out to see what it's like. So you can also put in Prince Arav here, or you can put in Lucian. So Lucian, since I'm going heavy cavalry, he's going to give me, quite a huge buff here if I decided to put it in. So we're going to try it out. And that didn't go so well. That's where it's troop resetting here. It is what it is. I couldn't beat him. War books were definitely a hindrance. He had 50 war books, and I got 23 of them. War books, they're so important. Even if you can statistically do something towards someone, war books are and unfortunately you only have like 6 tries before um, you can't do anything anymore. So let's go over one more here. All right, so I'm gonna equalize here, and let's try this. So that didn't work out too well for me. Again, I'm losing on war books. War books. I know a lot of people get mad when they see their stats and they should be beating somebody, and but you look at the war books. The war books are such a big difference. Yeah, this guy I'm probably not going to be able to do anything against because it's completely outmatched there. Pain. We've dealt with Pain before, and he's a pain. All right, so let's try this. Lord Pina Colada. See this one? We'll see. Gonna try again in a minute. Pricks there is. I win some, I lose some. That one has a possibility. Kamikaze. Oh wow, completely outmatched here. So yeah, it looks like Kamikaze and Pain. I'm not gonna have a chance against. Their stats are way too high for me. Um, let's reduce. So right there. Again, I'm getting outclassed by war books. Like they are that important. Alright, so that didn't work there. Yeah, I'm not gonna try pain. Okay, that didn't work either. Alright, so I beat Prickster is with this formation here, right? And again, he beats me in most stats, but formation kind of wins out a little bit out there, right? So now we want to come over here. Let's try heavy distance. This is going to get so much better once I have Gaston as a 6-star, which is soon. I think I only need like 100 more pieces, but I'm waiting for the guard day, and I think I have like 3,000 banners to go, so hopefully I get what I need. God knows I don't need guard XP. So that didn't work either. So here's where you can see a little bit how everything is going and broken up. Try Lord Pina Colada. See, that's close. That's real close. Again, he outclasses me with war books, but that was still really close. So we'll do the same thing. Try putting this at 90,000. And let's do this. No. Too much distance, too much distance. Let's see with Anne. Never know, it could be it. Nope. Probably have one last try here. One last try here. A lot of it's just kind of, you're just kind of guessing at this point. Because it could be such a small change to one thing, and that'll change from a win to a loss. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is. Yep, it's over. Try out some different types of formations here. It didn't work either. I know it's definitely not probably going to work here, so. But hell, let's try it and see what happens. It did better than I thought it was going to. Like I said, you can get close sometimes, but it'd be outclass. You know, he has his level 6 guards, and you know I have my level 5s. His stats are significantly higher than mine. Um, Nothing you can do about it sometimes, right? So, where am I at? I need like 38,800 or 8,000. God, I'm gonna be like 2,000 short. It is what it is. Like I said, I missed a day, so nothing you could do about it. But that's kind of a little bit of what I do over here in the Musketeers Fort. Um, do what you guys got to do. Um, Play over with your rose shop. Do what you got to do. Get your Cupid shop going. Um, the priority for me is going to be definitely the Shadow Scrolls. I will be getting at least one of the gems changed over to Shadow gems, and then after that, it's depending on what you want to do, right? If you Sky Iron parts, if you don't have them, Wildfire Ascendance Scrolls, if you don't have a full set yet. I think I have 3 pieces of the Wildfire, so I'm probably gonna go after this secondary. So Shadow Scrolls and Wildfire. I don't need the Sky Iron because I'm already there. Um, I will, I will probably just do Shadow and Wildfire and then start moving into Ether Crystals and uh, Black Sea Frozen Flames and Precision Components, stuff like that, just to help me out with the rest of it. Lava Crystals are also good if you want to level up your stuff. The one thing I do recommend for people to get because of the training is get your training speed up. It's only 50. Get it towards the end of it. Usually that's when you're gonna have your event right before this. So right before you have Cross Kingdom raiding, get a whole shitload of troops going, and do what you have to do. Um, well, at that point, I think that's pretty much about it. So until next time, sorry, this probably it's late for me. It's been a really long day. Uh, but I felt like I just had to do a video. So drop me a message. What do you guys want me to look at next? Kind of want a little bit of what I do over here. Um, and play with your guards. Guards are now going to be the main thing that's going to be separating pay to play and free to play players just so heavily. Well, until next time, my RU familia and GOGers, have a good one.